right, today I'm super excited with my new listing at 700 South Teal Circle in Anaheim Hills. And the reason I'm super excited is we're gonna show you guys what our First Impressions Concierge is like. So I'm actually meeting Tony Rada, who is my go-to guy. He is the designer. You know, these are guys that either flip properties or remodel properties, so they know where to and where not to spend the money. Let's go meet Tony.
Nice property.
Oh, thank you. So this is the man, the legend, the myth, Tony.
A legend.
Yes. So he's the designer and coordinator, so he does amazing work. So I always lean on him for his expertise because he's done tons of these properties. So let's go take a look.
Yeah.
So it's a nice grand property. Obviously, it just needs some love because it hasn't been done in decades.
As you can tell right now, it kind of feels like a 2002 Mediterranean.
Right.
And that's not a total bad thing, but it's a simple fix to update it to 2023.
Got it.
Just by walking in, it feels heavy and dark. So I think right out the gate, remove the heavy light fixtures and paint everything on the inside a light white color.
Got it.
Because you've got travertine that's discolored, I'd say we put a new LVP throughout the whole bottom floor. The good thing is you don't have to demo. We can go right on top of it, so it's cost saving.
Got it.
And wherever there's carpet, we'll put brand new carpet. The staircase railing is beautiful, so we'll leave it. It's not everybody's taste, but it's more 80% people's taste than it's not, so I would leave it.
And then what about like as far as cleaning it? I mean,
you can clean it, but the cost that they charge to clean travertine, you're gonna end up paying about $2 a square foot or more to have it cleaned. You might as well spend $3 more per square foot and put new flooring down. In this price point, in this neighborhood, it's better to put new floors in. This is discolored here.
Right.
So all these little things today's buyer is gonna notice. They're more than happy to spend the money on a property like this if it's fresh. And all the heavy curtains and curtain rods will remove. The heavy light fixtures, they'll all go. Light fixtures are so personal, I think we should just cap it off and let the buyer put what they want here.
Got it, that makes sense.
And that way, your homeowner, your seller is not spending money, $500-600 for a chandelier that someone might take off and throw it in the garbage.
Got it, makes sense.
Even though they like it, it might not be for the buyer. As you can see, all these are old, so we'll replace all light switches and plugs, make everything to code.
Now this was the one that I was having a tough time because, like, you know, the counters are nice, the cabinets are nice, but this backsplash really makes it outdated.
The good thing is the color of these cabinets is back in style, and so is black granite. Everything that was old is new again, and it's coming around in a different vibe. So what I would suggest we do here is we remove all the backsplash and do something neutral on this section, that section here, which will make the whole kitchen feel brand new. Like a light cream or a light beige, something like a glass tile in a subway pattern, that will make it feel 20 years fresher right out the gate.
Got it.
And it's cohesive with this look. We can always even do like a copper look, which would be really pretty too. But I think the simpler you keep it, the bigger the audience you open.
These handles, and is that something to just leave?
It's a Mediterranean home, we could leave them.
Got it.
We can always, once it's all done, it's simple to switch these out.
Got it.
So after everything's finished, if we're like, handles are not great, that's an easy fix.
Okay.
And I would definitely reglaze the sink because it's all discolored, and replace this.
Got it.
So that is a simple fix, but it goes a long way. Remove all the heavy balances. Beautiful light fixture, but heavy and dated. So let's get rid of it and put something more current up. Anytime you have ceilings like this, like how tall are you?
6 foot.
Okay, so 6 foot, it feels like it's gonna chop your head off.
Right.
When you have a house that's got an 8-foot ceiling, you always wanna remove low-hanging lights for resale.
That makes sense.
Because it makes someone that's 6 foot, 6'4", go, wait a minute, this house is too short for me, so let's get rid of it. You have a big house with central air. This tells me this house doesn't have central air. Visually.
Got it.
If you get rid of them, they go, oh, it's a high-end house with central air. I don't need a ceiling fan.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then what about these cabinets? I mean, ideally, that's not pleasing, but I mean, does it really make sense to remove?
No, I think in this situation, because we're not doing a full gut job on this house, I think we should just spray them. Once I get the cost to spray them, if the cost to spray them is too high, then I will have them demo it. Because you have to remember, this is the room where you're gonna put the TV.
Right.
Most TVs now may or may not fit here.
Right, these days.
So you might want this wall here to be a big empty wall. So another option is you leave this built in, but you remove all this.
Got it.
That way you're getting rid of this dated speaker boxes.
Right.
And then someone could put a big 80-inch TV right there.
Got it. Let me guess, keep the carpet.
No. I would do all luxury vinyl plank that's waterproof throughout the whole downstairs. That will elevate this house tremendously.
And then what about this built in?
We'll get rid of this because it's dated and it was made for a TV box.
Got it.
And no one uses these anymore, so we'll gut it.
Got it.
These are beautiful, but they make a house feel heavy and dark and low.
Got it.
Just by removing them, you're bringing all the natural light in.
And you remove this whole thing.
Yes, the whole frame goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, we'll do new smoke detectors and carbon monoxide to code, so it passes.
And what about the recessed lights?
Yes, all new recessed can lights. We'll put the new ones in that are more energy efficient, because those little details, can lights, new plugs, new switches, new flooring, new hardware, that makes the audience think, okay, there's a lot of love in this house. I'm paying a lot, I have a high interest rate, I'm willing to buy this house. If you just put lipstick on it and you don't care about the details, they're just gonna go to the next house. That's what I'm seeing that's happening in the industry. Some people might disagree. We'll definitely do new toilets, because all these toilets look like they're about 15 to 20 years old. They don't pass inspection, so we'll replace all those. And we'll do new hardware, new angle stops, so that way, when you're in escrow, no problems.
Right.
You can take a bathroom like this, change this, do a new modern contemporary mirror, put a new toilet in, put a new toilet paper holder in, fix this,
The crack tile and all that.
replace the tile on the bottom. You take your LVP through here, all of a sudden this bathroom looks brand new and you have not gutted it.
Like this part for the kitchen, what about this? Do you just leave it or?
I would leave it here because it's not offensive.
Got it.
And there's no guarantee that this, because it's so close to it, would break. You have to pick your battles with projects like this. You can make a list, but it can become a domino effect and it can go and go and go and go.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the bar's cool. The faucet is dated, so we'll replace the faucet and we'll replace all the can lights. Most of this stuff is very simple. It's the little details that really take a house to the next level. Just by dialing it in. After everything's done, you do a full deep cleaning and you do at least a partial staging. With a house with this many bedrooms, it's not necessary to do all the secondary bedrooms because people know it's bed, nightstands, dresser. So if you want to save a little bit money with staging, you can do all the main rooms and the primary bedroom. You've got this really beautiful den. Everybody's using home offices now.
Right.
This is a plus. So I would definitely leave this, have it sprayed, and then when the stager comes in, they can stage it with books and accessories. And what a perfect place for either someone to work from home and close the doors and have their privacy, which is a huge plus these days, or for kids to practice their instruments or do their homework. So let's go upstairs. What some people don't understand is putting floors, either LVP or real wood, on stairs is very, very expensive.
Right.
Because they charge you per step, per stair riser, per stair nose. You're better off just putting carpet back down on the stairs and then continuing LVP through every. A lot of people rather have carpet on the stairs because it's safer.
Right.
Especially with little kids, if they're in socks, they'll slide right down this. Yeah. Again, we've got a dated light fixture, so we'll replace that. This is your primary bedroom. Remove the ceiling fan, paint everything new, recessed can lights. I would maybe consider, since this is the primary bedroom, I'll put down on the proposal to do LVP also in here. This is one of the most important rooms. People forget about the primary bedroom, but it's a very important room. Let's say we decide to do carpet here. I would start the LVP right here at the archway. So all this is LVP, makes the bathroom look new, and then you've got new carpet right through here. And then I would take the new carpet into the closet also. If you think about it, if you're gonna do luxury vinyl there, why not spend a little bit more money and put the LVP in here? When people walk in, LVP will make the room look twice the size and people will go, oh, this is an amazing master bedroom.
Right.
Remember, your competition is new construction. Try to get it as close to new construction without throwing money away. Look at the blinds, you've got all this natural light coming through. Although plantation shutters are beautiful,
and expensive, you know, they're not
and
cheap.
they're very expensive, and some people like them for privacy. By just us doing this, the whole bedroom looks
it does. It totally
brighter and
brightens up.
bigger. I think if they really want to look in, let them.
Right.
Anything that reminds you of the 90s, 2001, that's what you want to erase when you're remodeling a house.
Got it.
A lot of people would say, well, we've got this fireplace and you've got travertine, but the cost to redo this is very expensive. If you freshen everything else around it, all of a sudden this is going to look new. So I wouldn't bother with this.
Got it.
Of course, all the AC vents get painted to look new.
Got it.
If these were in great condition, if they were perfect, brand new, I'd say leave them. They're old, they're stained, they're discolored, they're scratched, so we're gonna remove them.
Got it. Okay.
And it'll make the bedroom feel bigger. Why work around something that's old and falling apart? Get rid of it. And by painting everything in the house the exact same color, what people make the biggest mistake, they paint the ceiling a different color than the wall, and then they paint the baseboard a different color. Never do that. You always keep baseboard, wall, and ceiling the exact same color. Because if you don't, you're stopping the wall right here, you're stopping the wall right there. By everything being the same thing, it's a white canvas.
That's an amazing tip.
Yep. These are just basic cabinets that will be sprayed. Here, I think it's not current looking, but we can change out the faucets and hardware, some of the light fixtures, and we can make it look a little bit fresher without spending a lot of money. A lot of people would say, you gotta gut it, you gotta gut it. No, you don't. You don't have to gut it every single time. This is a great bonus room, playroom, whatever you want to use it for. You could easily put a door at the end of this hall.
Right. So does it make sense to build something to make it fit, or?
So because everything else is in good condition here, I would just have my contractor put a fake door there that doesn't open in the middle. As nice as they are, and I'm sure they were very expensive at one time, they're not everybody's taste.
Right.
And it just makes the house feel heavy. Anytime you're putting a house on the market, you want someone to walk through and get that feeling of like light and fresh and airy. So your buyer goes, I'm gonna live here.
Let's go take a look at the backyard.
Yeah. So
nice.
when you're painting a house, if a house hasn't been painted in 5 to 6 years, it's already faded. It's impossible to color match it. People think a painter can come and color match it. It's always going to be obvious. It's more effective to give the house a brand new paint job, a light power washing and paint job, than it is to try to touch up paint here and there, because you're going to see where it's been touched up.
Got it.
And every house is different. If the whole house looks perfect, but you have got one wall in the front, then of course you change that. You paint just that wall color. But when you've got different areas throughout where you've got stucco cracks and fading and peeling, then you're better off just doing the whole thing. You've got a fantastic backyard here. This is like an entertainer's dream. I would remove the dated speakers and I would remove the old ceiling fans. As you can see, this one's removed. You see how much higher the ceilings look because there's no ceiling fan? But this is really great. I would do a power washing on this so it all feels fresh. And you've got a spectacular backyard here.
They redid the spa. There's nothing wrong.
I mean, we can get you a price to repaint it. It wouldn't be a bad idea. If you're gonna repaint it, you're gonna wanna go like a dark gray color so it's cohesive with the Pebble Tech, but it definitely should be addressed. I mean, this is such a spectacular piece of land and it's so private. It's a very family-friendly neighborhood and it's a family-friendly house, so you're gonna have a lot of buyers lined up for this one. I always say personal items like this, although they're super cute and everything, it's not everybody's cup of tea. So I would remove this kind of stuff and maybe just put it in the garage or on the side of the house because it just makes it feel too personal. Anything that's personal photos, religious artifacts, all that stuff wants to go because you have no idea who your buyer is.
Right.
When you're putting your house on the market, it's about showing someone, look, you could live here. I've had 20 great years or so. Now it's your turn. Because you have two nice pots here, I would definitely put some fresh plants because it's all about first approach.
Right.
And the little things that people miss is, again, your first approach. We're gonna paint all this because we're painting the stucco, but that's things that people see.
Right.
And you've got faded, worn out from the sun wood doors, so a simple stain will affect that. I would not remove all this ivy because it's part of the charm of the house. I would clean up the palm trees a little bit and then I would add some shrubbery to fill this in here. So before we paint the house, we're gonna do a power washing on it. So all this discolorization on the stone,
Got it.
that'll all come off and it'll look fresh again. Then we'll paint the garage to be cohesive. Little things, little tricks to make a house feel high end. I'm not gonna put a white garage door, because this is, to me, is screaming, look, white vinyl garage door. If you paint it the same color as the house, all of a sudden it feels like an expensive garage door. Just by being cohesive with the house color. You want it to match the house, because then it feels custom.
Got it.
You've got such a great lot and it's such a great long driveway. I would consider putting a ficus hedge across here, so you're creating a privacy wall. Even though it's a very nice house, by creating a privacy wall there, it makes this feel like a compound all of a sudden. But those are just little things that I think make a big difference. These little tricks that can upscale a house without spending a lot of money.
Right.
Stuff like this. Anything that looks like the house is not loved, you want to address. Address the problems that are important. That's pretty much it for this house. I think you're golden here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate
Nice
it.
doing
Always,
the-
man.
Yeah, nice doing the walk.
I always get some kind of tips or tricks.
I learn from agents as much as they learn from me.
All
It was
right.
great seeing you.
Yeah,
Thank
Tony.
you so much. Yeah. Nice seeing everybody.